Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, November 7th, in the year of our Lord 2024. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm Stephen. I'm the presenter of today's show. There's my name there. Presenter. I'm the presenter. Welcome to Stephen's online breakdown. If you're joining me for the first time, Stephen's online breakdown is a new show here on the internet. Diagwit. Diagwit Rania Karuz. Konasatatu. We're speaking the ancient Gaelic language here, in case you didn't know. I hope you're all doing well here on this damp Thursday, as it is most days here in the southeast catchment area of Ireland. That's where I'm based, in case you're wondering. So, Stephen, if you're just tuning in for the first time, Stephen's online breakdown is a show about the internet. It's about creativity. It's about chatting. It's about browsing the internet. And as the show goes on, we will gather ideas, add them to a prompt list, as it's called. A prompt list, a list of prompts, which I will, using my skills as a multimedia creative, I will then add those prompts to artificial intelligence, visual and video creators, and music. We will create a new work of art by the end of our show. But I have no idea where it's going to go yet. I don't know. I have no idea right now what those prompts will be, what those data points will be. Straight away, we have Rania there greeting me in the ancient Gaelic tongue. Diagwit, which means good day, or God be with you. Diagwit. I want to look up exactly what that means. I should know. I did learn Irish for about 15 years in school. But that's what I'm talking about. Ideas will come. Ideas will just come to us, come to me through you and myself, and I will reinterpret them. And together we will create something new and something hopefully beautiful. Or it could be ugly and scary as well. You never quite know what's going to happen with AI. And that's what's so fascinating about this new AI creative revolution. So, I hope we're still this is the third episode, so it's still a soft launch week. I'm just still trying to get levels. I think some of the audio levels were a bit wrong in the first couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, and we don't broadcast Wednesday. That's for admin, and my fitness regime is mostly Wednesdays. So we're going to do Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 10:30 a.m. ish. I've been a little bit late today, till about 1 p.m. So if anyone's watching, can you just tell me if the audio levels are okay? Today was our first day to broadcast on Twitter. Now, I don't think we are live on Twitter. I think something's gone wrong, or I've done something wrong. Going live to Twitter is a little bit more complex. So, if you just bear with me for a second. Oh, I've got a new graphic for bearing with me. Just bear with me for a second. Ooh, the music went off. Oh, there's my there is my there is my screensaver, which is very private information. No, it's not. It's actually, if you're wondering what that is, you might instinctively say, is it the moon? Is it Pluto? The ice planet? But no, it is ice. It's Europa. It is the fascinating world of Europa, which is one of Jupiter's moons. And in case you're wondering why it's my desktop screensaver, or desktop image, it's not a screensaver, is that to me, Europa is one of the most fascinating heavenly bodies in our solar system. Because according to scientists, and according to my research, actually, astrophysicists and so on, they believe there's a warm ocean. There could be a deep, warm ocean underneath Europa's icy crust. So an entire biosphere could have been developing under Europa's crust for billions of years, completely separate from the rest of the universe, evolving on its own, just like how life has evolved on Earth, completely without any interruptions or any, outside alien forces, ironically. So I personally believe Europa is teeming with life. And we have a new, speaking of Twitter, there's a new Europa spacecraft, probe, has been launched like two weeks ago. And I'm going to follow that. It's called Europa Clipper. They have their own Twitter page, actually. Their own Twitter page. We'll navigate. Let's navigate to the Europa Clipper. You see, I'm meant to be live on Twitter now, but I'm not live. So something's gone wrong. I'll look into that. I think it's something to do with my settings here. This is probably top secret information you're seeing now. Anyway, I'll figure out that in my own time. It's not really something you need to see, but we are live on we are live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, and we're live on Facebook. Yep, Facebook does have live streaming. It's not the most popular platform for live streaming, but I'm there. I'm there since the early days, since the late 2017s. I've been doing live streams on Facebook. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I was doing quizzes. I was live streaming quizzes, mostly on Facebook Live. But this is a whole new show, and I want to increase my reach. So we are planning to stream to Twitter as well, because that's a whole other audience under the Elon Musk Trump junta, which has just been installed, has just been elected. Most juntas are elected, not elected, but you know what I mean. They've definitely seized power. So it's going to be a fun few years ahead. And I'm here for it. I'm willing to observe all this on the Twitter platform, X platform. I don't mind what platform I'm on. I'm here to entertain, teach, educate, entertain. Teach, educate, entertain. Tea, not TED Talk, a tea talk. And I'll be drinking plenty of tea as well. So this is a different type of show. It's going to take a while for people to get into it. If you're watching, say hello. If you're not, then just linger in silence. Hope the audio levels are okay. It's going to take a while for everything to be perfecto. I think the music might be okay now. It was a little bit too high on Tuesday. I want to create a kind of a sense of ambient relaxation with my music. It'll help me think and be creative, and hopefully it'll help you think and be creative. Now, you could be at home now. You could be in work. You could be walking the streets. Dave. Hello, Dave O'Keefe. Welcome to Stephen's Online Breakdown. You're very welcome. I appreciate you stopping by to say hello. Am I on X? I am on X. My Twitter handle is Steve, at Steve underscore Stubbsman. Now, I think I can put that up on screen. Well, that is literally my Twitter page. No, there's no underscores. What am I talking about? There's no underscores involved. If you can see down the bottom of the page there, Dave, it's at Steve Stubbsman. At Steve Stubbsman. I have a way of putting that up on screen. So, thanks for dropping by, Dave. We're here till 1 p.m. here on all the major platforms. Yeah, so... Ooh. Well, would you believe? Twitter is the one... I have a number of templates here on my live streaming software. And it appears Twitter is not automatically on it. So, I mean, this is stuff you don't need to know about. But I will put up my... because Dave asked there, so I will put up my Twitter handle once I... Here we go. We're watching this in real time. This is fine. Oops, bump it to the cloud. Whoop. Bear with me for a second. Okay. Ignore this. This is just some technical issues I'm having. And we're back. So there's my... there is my Twitter handle, if anyone's on Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to be pushing my Twitter handle quite heavily in the coming months and years. So in answer to your question, Dave, yes, I'm on Twitter, X. And it's at Steve Stubbsman. At Steve Stubbsman. Okay. So the audience is small but dedicated at the moment. And what we're going to do is we are going to check out what's happening with the Europa Clipper spacecraft. As I said, Europa Clipper was launched a couple of weeks ago, and I'm following its journey for the next 6 years, I believe. 6 years. Okay, let's see what the latest updates on Europa Clipper is. In case you don't know, this spacecraft will take at least, it'll be 2030, I believe. Thank you, Dave. Dave has located my Twitter page, Exeter. I like to call it Exeter, X-I-T-T-E-R, Exeter. Kind of combines both descriptions of it. Exeter, which is a town in, or a city in England. Interesting. So the Europa Clipper is currently on its way to Europa, where it's going to do flybys. It's not going to land on Europa, unfortunately. I think it's a shame they're not landing on Europa because it takes so many years to get there that we're going to have to wait until 10, 20 years before we get a craft that lands on Europa. But for anyone who's spent any time with me in restaurants or pubs, you'll know that I have been banging on about Europa for many, 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 many years, repeatedly, often to the annoyance of people around me. Because I firmly believe that Europa harbors a teeming ecosystem of life, of sea creatures. It could just be basic single cell organisms. It could be as advanced as crabs or sharks or big alien type sharks. I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. I think there's a lot of microbial life there. But I think there's also some more complex creatures like cuttlefish or indeed squid-like creatures. I think that's very much the likely outcome now of what we will find there. Now, of course, the icy crust of Europa is a couple of miles deep. They don't quite know. So I think one of the mission goals of the Europa Clipper is to figure out how deep that ice really is. And then in a future mission, we'll try and burrow through that ice to see exactly what's in that warm ocean. And how is the ocean so warm? Thank you for asking me that, Stephen. Because it's a long way away. Jupiter is, quite a distance from the sun. So you're asking yourself, how can the ocean be so warm? Now, I think I know what the answer to that is, but this show is fully integrated into AI. So I think we should ask AI, why is the Europa's ocean so warm enough to harbor life? I think it's something to do with the gravitational pull of Jupiter, its gigantic neighbor, mother planet, that gravity pushes on its celestial moons, its bodies, and kind of like an accordion-like shape. It's kind of compressing it and opening it, compressing, opening. And in that movement of such a gigantic body as a moon, during that movement, magma is produced at the center of the heavenly body. It's very much like if you have a rubber ball and you keep squashing it, or bouncing it, in fact, it will get warm. It'll heat up. So I think something like that is happening within Europa. And it's been happening for billions of years, which is like a washing machine, hopefully, of chemical and biological alchemy could be happening down there. I mean, I don't think gold is being produced down there, but I think organic gold, as in living creatures, are being created down there for billions of years. I'm not saying there's an entire civilization of aquatic, intelligent creatures down there, with cities and parliaments and social media. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's mostly basic, very basic, single cell and more complex crabs and fish type creatures, and lots of squids. I will ask AI, but I would suggest, if you want to know more about this, is to follow the Twitter. Follow Europa Clipper on Twitter. Follow the Europa Clipper on Twitter, which is not easy to say. You can see it there. Their Twitter handle is at Europa Clipper. Duh, as we used to say back in secondary school. So it's an amazing, and the website is fantastic as well. If you want to navigate to the website, it'll give you a full breakdown of the whole Europa Clipper spacecraft with all its instruments detailed in great detail. But we'll just ask quickly, Copilot, which is Microsoft's AI tool. How is Europa's moon, how is Europa's subsurface ocean so warm? I don't need to say So subsurface is just a fancy way of saying under the ice or under the surface, of course. How is Europa's ocean so warm? That's if it is warm. But my research suggests it is. Europa's ocean is warm due to a combination of tidal heating and radiogenic heating. Tidal heating, Europa's orbit. Yeah, I think this is what this refers to what I was implying. Europa's orbit around Jupiter causes it to experience strong gravitational forces, which flex and heat its interior. This is what I was saying. This process generates significant heat within Europa's rocky mantle. So as I said, it's like squashing a rubber ball. It'll heat up in your hand. You throw a little bit of organic, material on that, and eventually you will have life after a while, after billions of years. Radiogenic heating, the decay of radioactive materials within Europa's mantle, also contributes to the internal heat. Okay, I did not know this bit. This is news to me. This is what the show is about. It's about learning in real time. This heat can partially melt the rocky layer beneath Europa's icy crust, creating conditions that might support volcanic activity on the ocean floor. It's fascinating to think about the potential for such dynamic processes happening on a moon so far from Earth. It absolutely is. And that's why I would suggest you take the time to learn more about Europa's mission. As I said, it's 6 years till it gets there. So we have a lot of time to learn about Europa. And all I'll say is Godspeed to Europa, because it's got a lot of challenges on the way to get all the way to its final destination. But I'll look more into Europa's spacecraft in more detail on its dedicated website. It's fascinating stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's something that can become a major part of the show, perhaps. But in fact, I will. It seems like as good as a place as any to start our prompt list. Our prompt list is a list of prompts that we will give to AI later on using my multimedia skills. So our first prompt should be, it's a no-brainer, it's the Europa Clipper. Or just the moon of Europa, the moon of Europa. I don't want to get too specific about the Clipper because, so I will now switch over to my my prompt list, which I've just so happened to have prepared earlier. Well, a blank page earlier. This is how we're going to start each show. Each day we'll have a new. So today's the 7th of the 11th. If you're watching in America, 7/11, 11/7. November. Wow. Now I'm confused. 7/11. 7th of November. Yeah, sorry. I've done some work in the past for American companies, and I've gotten used to saying the American way, November 7th. So it'd be 11/7. So, sorry, yeah, 7/11. Come on. Prompt file. So our first prompt of the day will be Europa. Just have to remember how to write first. Europa, moon of Jupiter. So that's quite an exotic way to start. Europa, moon of Jupiter. Okay, that's our first prompt. So as the show goes on, we'll add to the prompt file. then we will use those prompts to create a song, create visuals, and create a final video, audio-visual experience that we can all enjoy together at the show's climax. And along the way, we'll learn a bit. We'll get to know each other a bit better. And we'll play some games along the way. The best way to learn is to play games, I think. Now, we're meant to be on Twitter live at the moment, but it's not working. Let me just see if I can fix this. It's like sometimes we'll just do online tutorials together. Why not? We'll learn together. Okay, let's just call it. I wasn't quite aware that you had to set up a separate broadcast each time on Twitter. You see, I'm learning in real time. Stephen's online broadcast. Oh, no, online meltdown. No, online breakdown, sorry. I've had various different names for this show. But Stephen's online breakdown is what is this? It's entertainment. It's a lot of things. Entertainment and pop culture. I'll put that in for the time being. Oh, there you go. Yeah, now I get it. Yeah. I mean, I had set this up earlier. I just didn't realize it had to be set up each time. Create broadcast. Let's see what happens. This is exciting. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Whoa!
Now I get it. Good Lord. Here we are on Twitter now. I mean, I had set this up earlier. I need to create broadcast. Broadcast created. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Now I get it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I had set this up earlier.
I'll just double check on Twitter.
I just didn't realize it had to be set up.
As I said, sometimes we'll just do tutorials together. We'll learn
Great
together.
Broadcast. Let's see what happens. This is exciting.
Yep, I'm live on Twitter.
Oh,
X.
there you go. Yeah.
Hello, Elon.
Now I get it. Good Lord. Here we. Okay.
Yep, I'm live on Twitter. Sorry. Pardon me for that distraction, but it was my intention to go live on Twitter today, so I want to fulfill my promise. Promises made, promises kept. We are live. We are now live on Twitter. If you're watching this on Twitter, please say hello. This is my first time broadcasting live on Twitter with my brand new show. Sorry, you need to see me in a... If you're just seeing me for the first time, you need to see me in a wide shot, I think. So hi, if you're joining me on Twitter, or X, my name is Stephen. I am a multimedia creative and a presenter. I'm the presenter of the show. And this show is about presenting to you ideas for creations. We're going to create together art during the next 2 hours. Audio-visual art. And you'll be part of it too. You'll be part of creating the art. I'll be the one actually physically doing it. But the ideas will stem from you and me. You into me, through me. And we'll create something brand new together. Isn't that exciting? So, we were just discussing the Europa Clipper
which is the spacecraft, NASA's spacecraft that's heading towards the Jupiter's moon, icy moon of Europa. It's due there in about 6 years' time, and it's going to look for life on Europa, which I believe is teeming with life, teeming beneath the icy crust. So we added that to our prompt list. In case you don't know, we're going to create a list of prompts to feed into my various artificial intelligence audiovisual models that I use. So we'll build the final product together. I don't like to use the word product. Content. I don't like to use the word content either. Art form, creation, together. So our first prompt will be Europa, moon of Jupiter. Is Jupiter spelled with an E or no? So weird how I can forget that. Jupiter. How could I have forgotten that? Jupiter. I think the Romans and the Greeks spell it differently, so I'm somewhere in the middle. Actually, we'll ask Copilot that. Can Jupiter be spelt with E and O? Sorry, I didn't even write. I mean, AI is clever. Copilot is clever, but it's not clever enough to know that I'm referring to Jupiter there, unless I type in Jupiter. Jupiter. Pretty sure it can be spelled both ways. Well, Jupiter can't be spelled with just the letters E and O. Jupiter is spelled Jupiter, so it uses more letters than just E and O. Okay, smart arse, Copilot. However, it's always fun to play with letters, blah, blah, blah. So Jupiter is never spelled with an O? Really? Ah, I see. If you're referring to an alternate spelling, wow. You know, one of the reasons I began this show is because AI truly is incredible. And it's blowing my mind as a creative person who's struggled all my life to create stuff. Like film and TV was and screenwriting was my initial incarnation as a creative person. And my God, it's hard work. To create anything is hard work. And a lot of time you're just hoping for shortcuts, not shortcuts in particular just because you're lazy. No, not laziness. I'm not talking about laziness. I'm talking about sometimes the physical obstacles, the actual physical obstacles between getting an idea from your brain to the screen, for example, as in a film or short film, or the physical obstacles of getting it from A to Z are real. You're talking about working with other humans, other personalities, the weather, illnesses. So many things can go wrong between A and B, A and Z, in fact. Z is the endpoint. What AI seems to be doing, at its best, is it's helping cut through the laborious nature of some of what's involved in idea, not just idea creation, but idea articulation. And so my point is, the fact that Copilot has already knows the question I'm trying to ask here. It says, I see, if you're referring to an alternate spelling. Now, I didn't say what is an alternate spelling of Jupiter, but it knows. It's like it's somehow figured out. Okay, the first question was A and the E and the O question was not the correct one. Was not what I was aiming for. I was aiming for, is there an alternate spelling of Jupiter? And it's now if you're referring to an alternate spelling, Jupiter with an O is not the correct or accepted spelling. The correct spelling is Jupiter with an E. The spelling Jupiter is derived from Latin, where it was the name of the king of the gods in Roman mythology. Okay. Now, I thought the Greeks had an alternate spelling. I'm sorry about that. As you might know, a lot of the Roman gods were kind of borrowed from the Greek gods. And there was a lot of cross-pollination that went on there. This name has been consistently used for both the mythological figure and the planet. Spelling can indeed be intriguing. Okay. It sure can. So we're back to if you're just joining us for the first time, this is called Stephen's Online Breakdown. It's a free-flowing, creative discussion wherein we will try and learn and build a community. And by the end of the show, we will create a brand new art form, a brand new audiovisual experience for you to enjoy or not to enjoy. You can dislike it as well. So, we will now go back to what our first prompt, in case you just joined us, is Europa. We were talking about Europa, the moon of Jupiter. That's our first prompt. Right there. You'll see as the show goes on, it'll make a bit more sense. Okay, now, let's get our brains in motion. The best way to get our brains in motion is to play a few games. So join me. This is part of my everyday routine, and I'm now broadcasting it to the billions and billions of people on the internet. So it's not just about me entertaining myself. It's about you also learning. So we're going to learn. The first game I play on most days is Framed. Framed, as the name suggests. Framed, as the name suggests, is a game that involves the frames from movies. Frames from movies. So there's the first frame. Get 6 guesses. Yep, 6 guesses altogether. So there's our first frame. We got six altogether. Oh, having a problem with the chat. Okay, there you go. Now, let's try and work this out logically, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so we have a 1920s scene, I would guess, 1920s. 1920s wintry scene. You can see all the cars, the Ford cars. O'Neill's. Okay, so one of the bars there has an O'Neill's sign. So this could be an Irish bar, probably New York or Chicago, in the 1920s, early, maybe could be the 30s as well. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the early 30s, mid 30s as well. It is. I think it's a pretty contemporary film. I don't think this is a 1970s or 1980s film. It has the look, I think, of a more recent film that is trying to recreate that era. It doesn't have that classic 35mm feel to it. Do we have any clues in the background there? We have Rocky Island. Rocky Island something company. So obviously what springs to mind is contemporary gangster movies, and by contemporary I mean like over the last 30 years. you know we're talking about films like The Road to Perdition, maybe. It's a gangster movie. I think we agreed that I think we're talking about a gangster movie here. So they're going into a bar. This scene is going to obviously these guys, these hoodlums, these guys in suits are going to walk into the Irish bar. There's stuff going to go down. Well, we'll get the ball rolling with Road to Perdition, I think, because you got to guess something. We can't just sit here staring at this frame all morning. Let's just get the ball rolling. Road to Perdition. Whoa! First time. Wow. Even I'm surprised I got that right. But, I went through. My guess wasn't just pie in the sky. I mean, it came from a quite detailed and chronological breakdown of the parameters involved in a film that looked like that of that era. And I was right. It's Road to Perdition, made about 25 years ago. So that's a pretty good guess. Let's see what the other clues would have looked like. Let's see what it would have looked like. Okay, that scene. Yeah, if that was the first frame, I would not have guessed Road to Perdition. Once again, I would not have guessed Road to Perdition with that frame. I've only seen Road to Perdition once. One of Paul Newman's final performances. I remember a line that stuck with me from that film. Is when he says to Tom Hanks' character, in connection with Tom Hanks' existential concerns about his lifestyle as a gangster, and he's worrying about whether God will judge him. And Paul Newman, who's the elder statesman in the mafia family, who's seen it all and done it all, he just coldly puts Tom Hanks in his place, and he's just like, Tom, or whatever the character's name is, none of us will see heaven. And that line is quite profound. I think it's stuck with me. It's like, don't be under any illusions, Tom. The lifestyle we've lived has been a good life, but we're murderers. We have killed. The trade-off for this life of excitement and fun is an eternity in hell. That line always stuck with me, and it's definitely prevented me from living a life of gangsterism, of joining the mafia. So that film did have quite a profound effect on me. Not enough for me to remember these scenes. I mean, Jude Law. Once again, I'd kind of forgotten Jude Law was in Road to Perdition. Interestingly, I watched a movie last night called Firebrand, which is about King Henry VIII's relationship with Catherine of Aragon, which was quite tumultuous, shall we say. And Jude Law plays Henry VIII. He'd put a few pounds on, of course, grew quite a straggly grey beard. But I think it's quite a good film. I like it a lot. Didn't get great reviews at the time. It came out like last year. Firebrand, I'd recommend it. Anyway, so yeah, I definitely would have got from this. There's Paul Newman, the aforementioned Paul Newman, and there's Tom Hanks.
looking very much like a character from Road to Perdition. But we got it on the first frame, so congratulations to everyone out there for getting that. In fact, I got it. But I feel it was maybe some telepathic help from people who were not watching as well. They just, just the general Road to Perdition ether mind out there, ethereal mind. Because I mean, there are thousands of people thinking about Road to Perdition right now. I mean, there's 8 billion people on the planet. So if even 0.001% of those people are thinking about Road to Perdition or watching Road to Perdition, that's still thousands of people. So collectively, if you have thousands of people thinking about Road to Perdition, it might have somehow eked into the ethereal hive mind. And consequently, it was bumped to the cloud. Consequently, it was bumped to the cloud. Bump it to the cloud. So if you have anything to say about any of the subjects I brought up so far, bump it to the cloud. Meaning, type it in the comment thread. Comment thread. Do people still call them comment threads? Comment threads? Chat box. Bump it to the chat box. Okay. I think we're having a good time so far. I've already learned a bit. So I think we'll add that to our prompt list. Shall we? Paul Newman. Actually, let's say Tom Hanks, because there might be more. There's going to be a lot of. Remember, AI will have a lot more to latch onto with Tom Hanks visually, I think, than Paul Newman. But I could be wrong. I hear Tom Hanks has a new film called Here, Here. That's not doing too well. It's one of those Zemeckis Tom Hanks collaborations. They also made Forrest Gump together. And apparently this new film also has a lot of CGI and cutting edge visual technology, just like in this show. But it's not doing too well on the cinema circuit. So that's the first game I play every morning to start loosening up the brain oils. The next game I play is also film related. Actor related. Here we go. It's called Faces, and the faces of two famous actors. I mean, I presume it's famous actors. I mean, I suppose it could be just two jobbing actors based in Prague. It could be two jobbing Czech actors who might have appeared in some local soap operas over in Prague or Bratislava, which is actually Slovakia. But my point is, I'm pretty sure these will be mostly British or American actors. Now, what's jumping out to you immediately? What's jumping out to me immediately is Sean Penn. Now, I don't know if you're getting the Sean Penn vibes. I am. So the male on the left, so you got a male on the left and a female. Usually it's a female on the right. Yeah, female on the right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say Sean Penn straight away. Huh? Sean Penn is not even an option. What the hell? Well, that is astonishing to me. That is astonishing. Okay, so we're not getting Sean Penn. We're not even getting the option of Sean Penn. I mean, you should always have an option for Sean Penn. See, one of the tricky things about this game is that you're not sure which of the facial features belongs to which sex, because the AI amalgamation of these faces is done in a very kind of in a very liquid kind of way. It's, if that's the word, it's not the word, but the amalgamation of both faces is done in a very seamless way. It's not, you're not just cutting someone's nose off and putting it on another person's face, or just copy and pasting the eyes. That is happening too, but it's being melded together in a much more cohesive way to create literally a brand new individual who looks like a living, breathing person you could be sitting beside in a cafe, or standing beside in a queue for a public toilet. So this guy, let's just go with a guess. We gotta guess somebody. So, I mean, he's got quite distinctive features. The hair is very distinctive. I mean, is the hair female or male hair? It could be both. It's a mullet, which is a kind of a gender neutral style. The mullet. It's one of the great advantages of the mullet. The mullet gets a lot of bad press, but it is a good holding. It is a good holding style. If you're in between knowing growing it long or growing it short, but you don't really grow it short. You cut it short. If you're growing it long, it can work. The mullets can work. I've noticed a lot of some young men nowadays have mullets, and it looks pretty good. I mean, this could be Bono. Bono's not an actor, is he? I'm sure he's appeared in a couple of films. Let's just go with let's go with Al Pacino. Now, I know it's not Al Pacino, but we'll just get the ball rolling. Okay, so now we know it's given us a new clue. Pacino is wrong. It's given us a new clue that he was born on the 9th of February, 1943, which means he'd be 81 years old now. 81 years of age. So we're talking about an 81 years of age actor who's not Al Pacino. Because Al is about 90. He's about 81, I think. Actually, I think he's 83 now. So we're talking about an actor born on the 9th of February, 1943. So he's 81 years of age. Is that his neck? Is that his 81-year-old neck? Let's go to the female. So we have no clue yet apart from females. So let's say Susan Sarandon. I remember when Susan had a nice mullet like that. And it wasn't too far away. Wasn't that long ago. Okay, so that's wrong. But we have a clue. She was born on the 3rd of December, 1960, which would make her 64. When I'm 64. So she would be 64. It's kind of scary to think that someone born in 1960 is now 64 years of age. But it's true. So they're 64 years of age. A female actress, 64 years of age. Now, that mullet is really throwing me off. It's confusing me. It's giving me too many ideas, actually. It's the mullet. Because Annette Bening had a mullet, but she's got blonde hair. I mean, those are very distinctive features.
The nose is very distinctive. The eyes are very, very, very striking eyes. If anyone's got a guess, please do let me know in the chat. I'm just checking if I'm actually live on Twitter. Yeah, I'm live on Twitter with 0 views. Cool. Okay, we got to guess somebody. Let's say 1960. So let's say Glenn Close. No, let's say Frances McDormand, actually. Frances McDormand from Fargo. Something just said to me in my mind there. Frances McDormand. Wow. No, it's wrong. Sorry, I thought I got it right. Excuse me. No, we just got more clues. So she is in Kingsman, The Golden Circle, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Still Alice. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Okay. Kingsman, The Golden... I have not seen Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I'm vaguely aware of the Kingsman franchise. I don't really want much to do with it, to be honest. Not my scene. If I want to watch a James Bond parody, I'll watch a James Bond film. Because each James Bond film is pretty much a parody of the genre anyway. Or I'll watch, the Mike Myers thing. What's that called? Whatever. So I will. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. They're the more recent ones, yeah. They're the more recent ones. With the guy from Chris Pratt. Who is the female lead opposite Chris Pratt? Chris Pratt. Oh, I think it's Ron Howard's daughter, isn't it? Bryce Dallas Howard. Could it be Bryce Dallas Howard? Is she in Still Alice? I don't know what Still Alice is. Is she in Kingsman, The Golden Circle? She might have taken a paycheck for that. Why not? You got to pay the rent. Bryce Dallas Howard. She... I'm not getting a list for Bryce Dallas Howard. I'm not getting an option. Okay, I'm not getting any help from the viewers because there's nobody watching. Although, I think there might be someone on Twitch watching without speaking. What are they called? Lurkers? A lot of lurkers on Twitch. So, we'll say Annette Bening. Not there. Okay. Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I cannot remember the female lead with Chris Pratt. Okay, so it's not Bryce Dallas Howard. It's the other actress who looks a lot like Bryce Dallas Howard, who is... What is her name? Hello, Shane. Hello, Shane. Shane has joined the party. The challenge today, Shane, is we're trying to figure out who are these which two actors make up this digitally created AI face. So we have 3 guesses left on the female side of the face, and the male face. The only clues we have so far is they're male and they're born on the 9th of February 1943, so they'd be 81 years of age. And it's not Sean Penn. I thought it was Sean Penn till I learned the age, and I didn't even get the option of Sean Penn in the clues or in the answer box. which is weird. So we know we only have 3 guesses left on the female side, but we got some great clues here. That this female, born 1960, the resolution is very poor, says Shane. Yeah, it does look like a bad AI. It does look like a bad AI of Joe Pesci. Oh, well, Joe Pesci is a good guess. And he probably is about 81 years of age now. So let's put that in the guess box. I'm just trying to make it a bit bigger because. Whoops. Joe Pesci. You could be right, Shane. Oh. Yes, well done. I mean, it's blindingly obvious now, Shane. It's just so obvious now. Congratulations, your eye is in like Flynn, straight from the off. I mean, it's clearly Joe Pesci. Those very distinctive eyes. I mean, I think we're going to add that to our prompt list. Joe Pesci's eyes. This is our prompt list, Shane. This is our ingredients for our AI creation later on in the show. So, Joe Pesci's eyes. So, congratulations, Shane. Shane is saying it's blurry on your end. Hopefully, it's yeah. I'm now live streaming to 4 different locations, so it's very much depending on what your speeds are like at your end or my end. I'm still figuring out exactly. The multi-streaming business is tricky sometimes. You're not quite sure if all the different platforms are streaming at the highest resolution possible. But Joe Pesci is correct answer. So it's blurry on your end. So that maybe that is the best way to win this game. Because it's like squinting your eyes. You know, sometimes it when you're looking at a visual puzzle or conundrum, if you squint your eyes, it kind of seems a bit more accurate. Anyway, we still have the female to figure out. So our female, born 1960. I just cannot get my head around the actress who looks like Bryce Dallas Howard. They're often mistaken for each other. Let's see what AI thinks. Let's see what Copilot thinks of that question. Name the actor, often mistaken for Bryce Dallas Howard. The actor often mistaken for Bryce Dallas Howard is Jessica Chastain. Both actresses have striking similarities, including red hair and porcelain skin, which leads to frequent mix-ups. It's quite amusing how even Ron Howard, Bryce Dallas Howard's father, has been fooled by the resemblance. Well, I mean, they do look similar, but I mean, if I was Bryce Dallas Howard's father, I'm pretty sure I could tell the difference. There you go. So let's go with Jessica Chastain. Well, at least it's an option. And it's... Huh? It's not right. We only have 2 guesses left now. Only 2 guesses left. So it's getting... The tension is starting to rise here. Tension is starting to rise. We have 2 guesses left now. Only 2 guesses left. So it's getting, the tension is starting to rise here. Okay. Two guesses left. I'm not getting it. Initials J. Kingsman, the Golden Circle. No. Julianne Moore. You got it. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. I'm not quite sure where that guess came from. I didn't think that Julianne Moore was 64. I was thinking late 50s at most. But there you go, Julianne Moore. Let's add Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore to our prompt list. Okay, so if you're just joining me here on Stephen's Online Breakdown, we are playing some games, visual games. Now we're going to play a little brain teaser. This is just to get our brains going, whilst there's nobody in the chat room that I can kind of talk with. And we will build a prompt list that we will then use to create an audiovisual climax to the show. And along the way, we'll just have a chat as well. I mean, the creative side of this is a big part of the show, but an equal part of the show, an equal weighting, is given to the general chat that will happen between me and you, and the millions and millions of viewers to this show that we will have someday. Okay, Shane is giving me some valuable technical real-time data. He's saying that the Facebook Live quality is perfect. I'm switching from YouTube to Facebook. Fantastic. That's interesting. So the Facebook servers must be, the Facebook live stream servers must be dealing with the data, the bit rate, much better than YouTube, which is surprising to me. But there you go. Well, maybe it's because Facebook servers are based in Ireland, aren't they? So it just the signal doesn't have to go as far. Like, I mean, the YouTube servers are probably in Palo Alto, California. That's quite a long way away, isn't it? It's at least 6,000 miles. So we'll just play a little brain teaser now. Actually, we'll learn. We'll before that, we'll just go to On This Day. On This Day is historical events that happened on this day. Once again, this is about learning and also prompting ideas for our prompt list. So on this day, November 7th, can you believe November 7th already? On this day, November 7th, 1492, Ensheim meteorite. The Ensheim meteorite strikes a wheat field near the village of Ensheim in Alsace, France. It's the oldest meteorite with a known date of impact. Obviously, it's not the oldest meteorite because they've been falling for billions of years, but it's the oldest known meteorite with a known date of impact. So, I mean, meaning it was registered. It's been historically registered on this day. That's a bit surprising to me. I would have thought that there was recorded meteorite strikes long before 1492. What else happened in 1492 of note? That's right. Columbus sailed to the American continent. Actually, it was more the Caribbean. Like, Columbus really discovered the Caribbean, really. He never set foot on the American mainland. I'm about 97% sure. I was a bit of a Columbus buff as a kid. Other people were into football and, toys.
I was into Christopher Columbus and his 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. But I just want to quadruple check that, because sometimes things you think you know as a kid and you're full sure of them as a kid, and that can bleed into adulthood, but it can often be wrong. So I'm just going to quadruple check that. And the best way to quadruple check something is with Copilot. Did Columbus I probably will start using the audio text on Copilot in the coming weeks and years, so I don't have to type. The less work, the better, really. Did Columbus ever set foot on American mainland? No. See, I'm right. No, Christopher Columbus did not set foot on the American mainland. He reached the Bahamas in 1492 and later explored other Caribbean islands like Cuba and Hispaniola, now Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It was actually John Cabot who is believed to have set foot on the North American mainland in 1497. Now, it's a common misconception, but Columbus's voyages were primarily focused on the Caribbean, as I said. So my childhood devotion to Columbus and his voyages has paid off in this regard. I did not know it was John Cabot who had set foot on the American mainland. I thought that was Amerigo Vespucci, the Italian explorer after whom America is named, Amerigo America. So maybe America should be called Cabotland. Cabotland. Okay, interesting. Now, can we glean anything from that? The Caribbean, the Bahamas. Let's just add the Bahamas to our prompt list, because even just saying the word Bahamas gives me a warm, tropical glow inside and outside, hopefully. And I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty of data points for the Bahamas for the AI to latch onto. The Bahamas. Okay, I hope the music in the background is not too loud. If the levels sound okay, please do say okay. Because on Tuesday's show, I learned to my horror after the show that my background music was a bit too high. Right now, it's sounding in my headphone monitors. It's sounding a little bit too high. The synths, or the soaring synths of my ambient music. That sounds just about right. Okay, so Shane has some information about my troller. I had my first ever troll on Monday, I think. No, Tuesday. Yeah, sorry, Tuesday. We had our first ever Twitch viewer who then unfortunately became a troll. And Shane is referring to that incident. Oh, apparently there's a website called Nobody Live. It's a website which will bring you to Twitch streams with no audience. Well, this show will be featured prominently on that website. Let me just check out that website. It's called Nobody Live. Nobody.live.
So you're trying to tell me, Shane, that people actively seek out streams with nobody watching, with no audience. Fascinating. Actually, another person did say hello from Twitch later on in that on Tuesday's show. They seem like just a genuine person to say hello. So that's interesting. So people just kind of pop on to these streams to say hello and then disappear, or just start spouting racist nonsense. Okay. So I just gone on to this guy playing this video game. Let's try this football game. So there's someone, Annie 25 is playing FIFA. Well, are they? So no one's watching. Streams with nobody watching. Is that fascinating? Yeah, I'll definitely be featured prominently on this. Actually, but no, I won't, because Shane, you're watching this show, and I think someone else is watching on Twitch secretly. They're just not saying hello. Anyway, I'll say hello to this person. Hello. He's chatting away to himself. I know how he feels. Hello. Great stream. I've got to log in first. No, I'm not doing that. But thank you, Shane. That is a very interesting observation that you've made. So maybe that's how I was discovered, because I was asking the Twitch person, I am Gush, I think they're called, which is a very vulgar name. I asked them how they found me, and maybe this is how it happened. Because I'm pretty sure I wasn't on the main page of Twitch. Okay, so we are now over halfway through the show. We're gonna broadcast till 1 p.m. That's pretty much when we're scheduled to finish up. So we better keep on plowing through. But that is interesting. I will check in with that website now and then. I am nobody.live. I am nobody.live. But back to... Okay, Shane is saying, yes, weird for sure. Maybe some people just do that. But I think perhaps it might be that someone developed the website nobody.live to create a unique website with a unique selling point. I'm watching on Facebook now. Correct? Yeah, it's quite a niche website, but maybe it gets a lot of, conversely, maybe it gets a lot of traffic, even though it's ostensibly dedicated to streams that don't get any traffic. Wow. Thousands and thousands of people live streaming to nobody. There's something not Orwellian about that. The other guy. J.D. Stalin Ballinger. There's something J.D. Ballinger about that. Back to reality, which is we are going to play a little brain puzzle to keep the ball rolling here. Where was I? Yeah, just a little quick game. Where is it? Brain. Look for the brain. Make it meme. What is this? Okay, interesting. The free multiplayer game about creating and rating memes. Wow. Oh, this sounds fascinating. And it's got some groovy music too. Quick play. Searching game in your language. Match found. Huh? Oh, so it's about creating. It's about creating your own meme and then getting it rated. Okay. Let's say going live. Nobody watching. Nobody watching. One person watch. One person says hello. Nobody watching for hours. Oops. Submit meme. You have submitted your masterpiece. Let's wait for the others. Okay, so now I'm rating this person's meme. My friend says maths teacher will not come and see, and me come will not stop come. What? What? Oh, I was meant to read that. Me in a test. Meh. Oh, by the way, it's interesting we've come onto this because a regular part of my show will be called Meme Club. Well, we will create a database of memes. Kind of like what this is, but has anyone made? Okay, so I think this is being. Let's download it. Wow. Ferb, that this one's looking at both of us at the same time. I don't get that. So I'll vote down on that. If I don't understand something, I must. Thumbs down. One eye I'm looking outside the window in the class, and suddenly teacher calls me. I'm always a sucker for Ray Charles memes. I like that. So, what's this meme? Vote the meme. Don't get it. Maybe I should say meh if I don't understand it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of memes that I just don't understand, especially if they're related to maybe video games or anime culture or whatever TikTokers are doing. Vote the meme. Okay, this is Barbie. I know my Barbie memes. When I broke up, when he came back. That's great. Hope you can see this. That's fantastic. Oh shit! I didn't even get a chance to vote on that. Okay, this is the guy I Show Speed, who's a very popular. I'm just gonna say no to that. No, I have a very limited toleration for I Show Speed. Speed, the popular influencer and live streamer, actually. I just, yeah, I can take him in very small portions, and that was pretty much it. Okay, so far, the Ray Charles meme is ahead. Now, am I part of this? Is my meme now part of this leaderboard? Is it being voted on? Next round starts in 7 seconds. Well, I kind of wanna play again. Next round, get ready to make your next team. Oh, this is kind of fun. I'm kind of enjoying this now because I like memes. Caption. Okay, so this is the classic Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie, first ever appearance of Mickey Mouse. So this is just one caption. Okay. So this is Steamboat. So any suggestions for this meme? Steamboat Willie, ancient cartoon, a really old cartoon. let's say something. What will happen if he spins the wheel? I hope this wheel turns on the color. Color. Not my best work. I spelled color the American way in case there's any American viewers out there. You have submitted your masterpiece. Let's wait for the others. So these other memes are created by people who are making them in real time, along with me. I think. Now remember, this is I'm not just randomly playing games online. In case you're just logged in here. Everything we do during this broadcast is building a list of prompts. So we'll put Mickey Mouse in there. Mickey Mouse. Or Steamboat Willie, he was called. In case you don't know that. Steamboat Willie was the original name for Mickey Mouse. Thumbs up! Okay, here's a new meme. I can't really read this. Can't read it. Sorry. Can't rate a meme if I can't read it. Here's the classic Trump Kim Jong-un meme. Me knowing it won't work. My siblings making a plan to make our mom get something. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Me in math class, visible confusion. I like the ones where the parenthesis is giving the emotion. Visible confusion. And yeah, I like that. Ewan McGregor looks very confused for most of that movie, the Phantom Menace and so on. He's mostly in a big green screen studio. He's like, so this is how you make Star Wars movies? I can't vote on this one. I think that's pretty good. I hope this turns on the color. I think that's pretty good. I'd vote for that. I wouldn't give it a meh. POV Uven. POV Uven. I don't get it. Meh. Meh. Next meme. Meh. Sorry. Bully. Me defending my best friend casually acting like my child. And that just be casually. So that's okay. But bad spelling. Actually, I should have gave that a thumbs down for bad spelling. I mean, you've only got a few words to choose from in your meme. Choose carefully and spell carefully. Come on. When someone lets out a stinker in the cafeteria, I think we all know where this is going. It's going to bad smell. No, the punchline could have been a lot better there. The punchline. Here's Shaq Attack. Vote the meme. Ujduj. Don't get it. Down. Sorry. Don't get it. Ujduj. Is that a noise you make when you eat spicy food? Ujduj. Juice pilla do. Don't get it. Bye bye. Don't get it. Bye bye. All memes voted. Let's look at the results. I'm pretty sure my Mickey Mouse one will be off the top somewhere. What? This one got the most votes? When someone lets out a stinker in the cafeteria. I think we all know where this is going. Oh, I can see where... What? I got minus 111 points for my meme. Okay, now I'm invested now. I'm invested in this game now. I'm determined to get one of my memes vote high up that leaderboard. Here we go. Hope the music's not too loud. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm starting to enjoy this game now. This is very similar to the meme club I was going to try and create myself. But maybe I'll just use this platform instead. Okay, hold on. When X walks in. Okay, so this meme is aimed at it's about someone you don't want to see when X walks in. Let's be topical, shall we? When Trump arrives, when Trump returns to White House. When Trump returns to power. No, this is terrible. This is dreadful. Sorry, I'm running out of time. This is awful. Sorry, I'm really sorry about that. No, I let myself down on that one. I really let myself down on that one. Anyway, here come the other suggestions. Here come the other memes. Freshly minted memes. How I feel when school is cancelled due to snow. Ah, that's lovely. Although it doesn't make much sense because the sun is in the meme. It should have been, yeah, it's a bit contradictory. Vote the meme. My sister trying to scare me. Your task is to select the game mode. I'm the lobby leader. Oh! Does that mean people are voting for me? My sister trying to scare me at 12 a.m. Me, meh, exactly. Oh shit, no, I meant to say up. I actually literally said meh. Ooh, sorry about that. When I go to read for fun and my mum says, go read a book instead of being on the computer all day. Well, now I am not doing it. Yeah, pretty accurate. Yeah, there was no need for. I don't think there's actually any need for the additional text on that one. Last day of school. Me when I go home. Last day of school. Me when I go home. Yeah. It's okay. That's my meme. Yeah, it's pretty basic, really. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would he call him on a video prompter? And we're back. C. I don't really get what C means. Well, I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. Meh. Shane is saying in the chat he did an anti-Trump one yesterday. Not really a meme, but not sure what you'd call it. I'll check that out in a sec. German-looking man in a forest surrounded by fake animals. Well, he's actually Austrian, by the way, but I didn't even vote on that one. Oops. Okay, so number one was the penguin. Pingu, looking a bit depressed. I don't think there's any need for the additional text on that one. And then Superman was 2. Anyone vote for me at all? I thought I was ahead in the leaderboard. Minus. Okay, we'll play one more round of this. Okay, it's a Anakin Skywalker meme, which is great. This is where the fun begins. Okay. When I log into Gmail and see 10,000 unread emails. I'm speaking from... I think that's going to get a lot of responses. So... Shane has sent a link to his... I can't click on the URL, but I'll do it on another... Oops. I'll just try and find that meme, Shane. Oops. Yeah, I've got time. Yeah. Oh, here's Shane's kind of a meme. Biff Tannen wins. We really need a DeLorean now. Biff Tannen wins U.S. presidential election. You're not wrong, Shane. The similarities between Biff Tannen, not just physically, but personality-wise and everything else, are striking. In case you don't know, Biff Tannen's a character in the Back to the Future franchise. And yeah, that's a very Trumpian... He's got a Trumpian vibe to him, all right. We sure do need a DeLorean now. You're right. You're not wrong, Shane. That's beautiful. Thank you for drawing my attention to that. That got a few likes. Anyway, sorry, we're back to the meme game. Buff looking dude trying to impress the gals. Recess. Meh. Nah. I didn't get that. Vote the meme. When I get candy. Don't touch my garbage. Me when I get candy. Don't touch my garbage. Nope. I'm going to be strict here, okay? Because I think my memes are being judged very harshly so far. Me when my parents scream at me for being on my computer too long. I mean, that's just too obvious. I mean, that's literally what's probably going on in that video. I mean, the whole idea of memes is that you make them a bit more obtuse, a bit more opaque, a bit more satirical, a bit more surreal. That's just literally describing what's happening. That's me. When I log into Gmail and see 10,000 unread emails. Yeah, it's not one of my best. I used to make a lot of memes back in the early days of the internet, but I don't really, not much recently, so it's kind of fun to get back into it. I'm really glad I discovered this game. Vote the meme. When I see a totally not worth the prize looking Nokia just so I can throw it on the floor. Forget about it. Too much hard work, and memes should not be that hard to understand or to even read through. Shane is saying the hotel which was used in the Back to the Future 2 movie is actually the Plaza Hotel at the end of Fremont Street in Las Vegas, so you can actually visit in real life. I did not know that. Thank you. I look forward to visiting Vegas. So this meme is the ketchup and mustard. My burger. That's cute. Too late. Next meme. My bro. Well, simple. I think that's referring to my friend. So he's saying his friend is a bit crazy. Whatever. That's probably going to win. I predict that's going to win. The simple ones are often the best. What's happening here? I won! Did I? I'm number 1. Woo! I am the meme lord. Wow.
I got the top rating. I'm so proud of my stuff. This game is kind of addictive now. I like it a lot. Caption 1. So we got SpongeBob. We got SpongeBob here. Please say psych. Now I don't know. I never watched SpongeBob. I don't really get the whole SpongeBob universe. I notice it's just a huge universe. The SpongeBob memes and jokes and in-jokes and characters. I know. I personally don't watch and have never watched SpongeBob, but I should. Apparently, it's weird and wacky, surreal humor, which I do like. So I should probably invest in watching every episode of it, at a time and place of my choosing. Sorry, I should get back to this. So please say psych. The problem with this is, a different meme. I don't get. Please say psych. I want to create a different meme. Okay, it's Jeremy Clarkson. Oops. Sorry about that. Stepping off. Sorry about that. Airplane. Sorry about that. Oops. I'm having problems with my keyboard. That's a shame. Oops. I just typed in the word oops. When I see my bro get rejected by a girl. Well, that's a bit cruel, isn't it? You shouldn't be taking pleasure in your friend being rejected by a girl. Nah. That's not how bros treat each other. Me when the Fortnite battle pass, blah blah blah. Fortnite, not really interested. Don't worry, I'm well aware what Fortnite is. I think I played it once and got bored. I get bored very easy with games. Oh, this has held my attention a lot more than most games have ever. ChatGPT, do you trust me? Me, with every cell of my body. I don't know what that show's from. Is it like The Flash or something? It's... Well, I kind of do. I don't use ChatGPT, although... Is Copilot using ChatGPT? I kind of lost track there. I think it is. My looking at my bro after seeing the hottest girl. The expression on their faces is funny. It's kind of funny. So I'll give that a little up. I got a feeling that's gonna... After seeing the hottest girl. Yeah, whiter skeletons doesn't make much sense, but... when I saw my exam results. Nah. No, that's my meme there. Sorry. I was having problems with my keyboard and wasn't actually able to type in what I wanted to say. Look, as I said, this is still the soft launch week where I'm ironing out all these technical wrinkles. Not with an actual iron, because that would literally break my computer. Here we go. Vote to me. Me, 5-year-old me trying to figure out how to spell a long word. 47-year-old me trying to figure out how to use a keyboard. Whatever. Up. Why not? It's cute. It's cute. Yeah, I wasn't wrong, was I? I chose... Yep, that is the correct... that is the top of the leaderboard. The laughing skeletons. Or the shocked skeletons. Open-mouthed skeletons. It's kind of a funny image. I think I'll add that to my prompt list. Shocked skeletons. And we're back. Shock skeleton. What's happening here? I think that's the end of the game. I think we did. I think that's fantastic. We discovered a brand new game revolving around rating and creating memes. So it's creative and it's also objective, which I like. We'll definitely get back to that. No, I'll be there all day playing that. I'll be there all day playing that game. I gotta get out there. Gotta get out there and back to work. Back to what we're actually doing on the show here, which is creating new art. We were creating little bits of art there, but we now need to get back to the main business of the day. In case you're joining me for the first time, I am Stephen Stubbs. I am the presenter of Stephen's Online Breakdown. Every day, on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to basically meet here on all the major platforms, Twitter, X, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're going to meet here and we're going to talk about stuff, talk about creativity. We're going to intermingle our thoughts. We are going to then build a prompt list. Today's prompt list is so far looking like this. So we got Europa, Moon of Jupiter, Tom Hanks, Joe Pesci's Eyes, Julianne Moore, The Bahamas, Mickey Mouse, and Shocked Skeletons. And we're then going to feed all these prompts into software, AI software. We're going to create a new song shortly. We're then going to create some imagery based on that song and our prompts. And then we're going to create a brand new work of art, audio-visual experience at the climax of the show, which is coming up in the next 28 minutes. So I think we better get cooking on the creation. We got to get cooking. Actually, before I do that, there was one other little game I discovered earlier to try and lubricate our brains a little bit. It was called Quizwise. Now, what I like about this, it's called quizwise.com. What I like about this is, I'll just show you. It does give you the answers and a little bit of information, even if you get it wrong. So you are learning a little bit. So who was elected governor of Texas in 1994? Now I know that's George W. Bush. Okay. Correct answer, George W. Bush. Now if I'd gotten that wrong, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. So number 2 is Jeff Hunt, Jangahar Khan, and Ross Norman were the only world champions in the first 10 years that the championship was held in which sport? I don't think it's tennis. I don't think it's golf. It's badminton or squash, because I don't know anything about badminton or squash. So we'll say badminton. No, it's squash. Okay, there was no information that time about it. When I played this game earlier, because I do some preparation. I do some preparation for my show. It gave me a more detailed breakdown of my wrong answers. That's a shame. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not for every question. Maybe it's just for selected questions. The Potts children are from which film? The Potts, the Railway Children. Correct answer was a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. All right. Okay. What were the women nicknamed Canary Girls in World War I in Britain? The Canary Girls were miners because they were down the mines, like canaries in the mine. Okay, so this time it's correct, but we've gotten a bit more information. Correct answer. They worked in munitions, building the toxic... Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. The Canary Girls... The answer is... Huh? They were some of Britain's factory workers. Okay, so they weren't working down the mines. I'm sorry about that. Okay, they worked in munitions, building the toxic TNT shells. Oh my goodness. Repeated exposure to TNT turns the skin an orangey color, reminiscent of a canary. Oh dear. Oh gosh. That's quite hideous, really. So the toxic poisoning they were exposing themselves to in these factories was turning them yellow. And they were called the Canary Girls. Well, I'm sure that led to
some serious long-term health problems. I hope they were adequately compensated by the British government. I might have to ask Copilot about what happened to the Canary Girls. I'm definitely going to add it to the prompt list. The Canary Girls. Because it's quite harrowing. And yet I kind of want to see... AI rendering and creating Canary Girls. It's probably going to be terrifying. But I kind of have to see it as well. Okay. Anyway, that was just a little bit of fun we had there, and I'm glad we did it. So now we better start building our song first, shouldn't we, ladies and gentlemen? We should start building our song. So let's go on now to Udio. I personally use Udio. You can use a song. If you want to play along and create your own song, you can use a song generator of your own choice. There's a few out there now. I like to use Udio. It's the most aesthetically pleasing and most importantly the easiest one that I've found to use. So we're going to add some prompts to this. So what's our song about? It's a song about... Oops. A song about... Let's copy and paste some prompts. This is the whole joy of creating prompts. Europa, moon of Jupiter? Yeah, definitely. Sorry about this. I'm having problems with my keyboard. The hotkeys are engaging when they shouldn't be. I think I can fix that quickly. If you just bear with me for a second. If you just bear with me for a second, I will try and fix the hotkey issue. If you just bear with me. Where's the music gone? There should be music playing. If you just bear with me for a second. Okay. So let's just copy and paste. Back to me. Where am I? Hello. Where am I? I'm right here. I'm back. And here we are creating our song. Shane McDonald says, if you've a chance before the end of the show, can you outline what your setup is? And if these are free or paid software? I sure will, Shane. Thank you. I'll just make a note of that. And remind me if I don't remember. I will absolutely do that. I will walk through my entire live streaming setup in 1 minute or less. So we'll just get started on our song. So it's a song about Europa, moon of Jupiter. Who else? It's about Joe Pesci's eyes, which were so cleverly spotted by Shane MacDonald. Joe Pesci's eyes. See, this is very much a spirit of collaboration. What's happening here? And this is what this show is all about: creative collaboration. The Bahamas. Let's go with the Bahamas. And let's finally say Canary Girls. The Canary Girls. It'd be interesting to see what AI comes up with there. Okay, what style do we want? What style do we want here? This kind of feels like there's a lot going on in this song. We're going from the Europa, moon of Jupiter, to Joe Pesci's eyes, to the Bahamas, to the Canary Girls. We're jumping around a lot, and there's references to the girls, and there's also reference to Joe Pesci, gangsta. So I'm getting hip-hop vibes from this. Okay. Hip-hop. hip hop, East Coast hardcore. Let's not go hardcore. It's a bit early in the morning for hardcore. Hedonistic, hip hop, R&B, dancehall. Yeah, kind of. A happier kind of East hip hop vibe. Okay, we'll create that, and while it's doing that, it's going to create 2 versions of that song. Whilst we're waiting for that, we'll head on over to my AI image creator, which is I use Runway ML. You can use one of your choice. So I'm going to create some generative video based on some of the prompts. Well, let's actually do text to image first. I'm just gonna the Canary Girls. Let's do that. Let's see what harrowing imagery is produced. The Canary Girls on Europa. The Canary Girls working hard. Working on Europa, moon of Jupiter. Let's give this, yeah, we'll give this, let me see if that else we can pick, shocked skeletons. With shocked skeletons in the background. Or observing. That's why they're shocked, because they're observing. They're observing. Okay. On Europa. We want widescreen. Yeah, we want widescreen. What style? What style do we want? Let's go cinematic. Let's go cinematic, sorry. Cinematic. Oops. Cinematic, which will hopefully give it a cinematic feel, visual feel. Shame's getting 80s pop vibes. Betty Davis eyes versus Joe Pesci's eyes. He's got Joe Pesci's eyes. Oh, Joe Pesci's eyes. Yeah. Let's see what we create here. I'll just take the. Whoops a daisy. I guess gotta take the chat off for a second just so you see what I'm doing here. So we're going to take, we're going to create 4 images based on the Canary Girls working on Europa, moon of Jupiter, with shocked skeletons observing. That's quite an eclectic visual feast I'm feeding into the AI machine there, into Runway ML. Okay, we got some interesting results. I think that's the most interesting. So, yeah, I like that. Great. It's not really on the moon of Jupiter, moon of Europa, though, is it? So let's just go moon of Europa. The moon of Europa. Tom Hanks. Let's go for Tom Hanks on the moon of Europa. On Europa, moon of Jupiter. Cinematic. Okay, while it's doing that, let's go back to our audio. Let's see what we've cooked up. First song is Cosmic Horizons. Remember now, the prompt for this was a song about Europa, Moon of Jupiter, with Joe Pesci's eyes, the Bahamas and the Canary Girls, hip hop, R&B, etc. Oh, we got a verse and chorus with this one. You rough as love, a cosmic home. Joe Pesci's gay, sharp like a knife. In Bahamas breeze, we fight love. Chorus. Okay, the lyrics kind of, the vocalization was a bit all over the place there. Let's try the next one. Celestial Vibes. That's more reggae. Another science of Europa's glowing lights. Open his eyes, shining so bright. Chilling to the Bahamas where the speed is tight. Canary girls dance up colorful sights. Leave the rhythm rise. Dancing like a way. Jupiter's moon, guiding our sway. In the Caribbean we find a way. Let the music play every single day. Well, that's lovely. That is lovely. I like that a lot. It's not really hip hop. It's a kind of a kind of a nice, bright pop reggae vibe, but it works. I like it, and it does meld a lot of the ideas from Europa to Joe Pesci's eyes to Canary Girls quite well. Yeah, it does kind of evoke a lazy afternoon on the Bahamas on a lot of hallucinogens, you know. Okay, I like that a lot. We will definitely take that one. Generator video, huh? I can generate a video with this as well? That's news to me. Oh yeah, sorry, no. I should have just pressed MP3. Apologies. You know, I'm learning this software just like you are. And Shane, I will give you a brief tutorial in our closing minutes. So, Celestial Vibes. This is the second song. The second song is much better than the first song, I think. Did that download? It certainly did. Let's go back to what Runway has cooked up visually. Oh, here we go. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks on the Moon of Europa. Yeah, it looks kind of like Tom Hanks. I kind of like that one. I like a couple of them. So we'll just create one more image from our prompts. Just so Mickey Mouse. Say Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, also on Europa. And we'll go for a different style, will we? Yes, we will. We'll go for a different style. We'll go for anime, I think. Or sci-fi art. We'll go for sci-fi art. Because Mickey Mouse is already anime. He's animated. So we'll see what happens when we feed the Mickey Mouse cartoon character through the miracle of sci-fi art. I have no idea what's going to happen here. So we got our song. This is great. We have our song lined up. Now we just need to finish off these images, and we're then going to turn these images into video. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Sci-fi art. Well, that's beautiful, that one right there. That is beautiful, that one. I like that one a lot. We're going to choose this one. So we are now going to create our videos. If I have enough credits left. So, generative video. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Where are these images? Sometimes it's kind of hard to find images you created, which is kind of confusing. Here we are. Text to image, yes. See, they're under different folders. Which one did I like? I liked. Well, I go for this one actually. That one. Yeah. Whoops, that's rubbish. Sorry. Generate. Hold on. Delete this. Remove image. Do again. I'll stick to my original plan. Don't doubt yourself. Let me see what kind of. We'll give this a close-up crane down. 5 seconds. Close-up crane down. Very good. And then we'll go to our next. Quite quick actually today. I think probably because most Americans are in bed, so the servers are a bit more freed up for us Europeans. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Seems quite stuck there. Let's see what we got there. That's pretty good. That's nice. That's pretty much. The camera lowers to the ground and tilts up, revealing a low-angle shot. That's exactly what happens there. That's exactly what happens. Voila. That's going to look nice in our with some music onto it. Very good. And then we'll. Whoops. Our background music was gone there for some reason. Not sure why. But it's back now. Another wrinkle ironed out. Now, which one? We'll get our girls in first. We'll get our canary girls with the shock skeletons. Which? Let's preset. Which we can now close up dolly in. Close up orbit round. Close up portrait. Let's get some close up portraits going on here. No, we'll go for an establishing wide. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there. I think it's an establishing wide shot going into a close up. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to go haywire, I'd say. As the weeks and months go on, I will refine all these prompts to give it a bit more control, a bit more detailed control. But I kind of like the chaos as well of not quite knowing what it's going to produce. So, our final creation, it's nearly done. Okay, yeah. Well, it's got some beautiful candles there. So it's kind of similar to what happened with the Mickey Mouse clip. Great. That's a nice, beautiful, smooth movement. And finally, then we're gonna select our Tom Hanks image. Let me see. It's kind of similar to the Mickey Mouse angle. No, I kind of like. I like the. I like this one. Kind of mysterious, but it doesn't look like Tom Hanks. We kind of need to know it's Tom Hanks, don't we? Sorry. This is you're looking inside the mind now of a creative person. I'm articulating it. It can be a bit frustrating and contradictory.
There's something about that I like as well, and it juxtaposes with Mickey Mouse, so it's similar to Mickey Mouse. Now, what kind of camera angles are we going to give this? A cinematic dolly out. Yeah, a cinematic dolly out. As the subject laughs and leaps with joy. Let's see what happens there. Mightn't work. We'll give it a go. Cool. So, is this being created? It is indeed. I'm burning through my credits here on Runway ML. I might have to top up again for your entertainment pleasure. So, okay, we will. Don't worry, Shane. I've not forgotten about your request. I'll give you a brief tutorial. In fact, let's just see. Here's Tom Hanks. He's not really jumping, but for joy, but it'll do for now. I think we've created some beautiful imagery there, loosely based on all the things we've been talking about today. We built a mighty prompt list. Let's go to our editor. This is a brand new project. It's a brand new project. Drop media there. What's it called? It's called Europa. Europa Dreams. Okay, so we will now get some. We will locate our generative video, which we've just generated with video. Generative audio. Generative video. Where is generative video? Assets. Just bear with me for a second. I'm just trying to locate the files I've just created. You would think they would be right at the top there. Here we go. Huh? Here we are. They are at the top. I don't know why I was doubting myself. Here's our first clip. There's our second clip. There's our final clip. Okay, I don't know. One of them vanished here for some reason. Mickey Mouse or Tom Hanks vanished. I put Tom back in. Where's Tom gone? Tom, where are you? There you are, Tom. Don't ever do that again. This editor is not the most, not the easiest editing software to navigate, but it's still pretty remarkable that you can do everything in one software. You can do it all in one if you want. Of course, I could export all this to other editing softwares, but let's just try to keep it all in-house for the time being. So that's that. Those are the visuals sorted out. Now we got to put our beautiful song in. If I can just find that, upload.
Let's upload. So that was called Celestial Vibes. And that's very much what we're seeing. That's pretty much what's being evoked with these images, Celestial Vibes. Bang. I'll just copy these images to extend it. To extend it as far as we can.
Under the skies of Europa's glowing lights, rope in his eyes, shining so bright. Chilling to the Bahamas, spread the speed is tight. Canary girls dance a colorful size. Feel the rhythm rise, dance the night away. Jupiter's moon, guiding our sway. In the Caribbean, we find a way. Let the music play every single day.
Okay. That was wonderful. So I'll export that. Let me just copy one more bit. I'll end with the Tom Hanks shot. As the weeks and months go on, these visual creations, these audio-visual creations at the end of the show will be refined and perfected. They won't be quite as rough as they are now, hopefully. So I'm very happy with that. It incorporated many of the things we spoke about today, and it gave them. It really did all come together in a very coherent way at the end. I think I'll export that, and I'll play that full video in a few moments when I close out the show. Okay, Shane, if you're still with me, I will give you a brief run through of what I'm using. So for live streaming, I'm using Prism Live Video. Prism Live Studio. Prism Live Studio. Prism Live Prism Live Studio. So if you want to go on to YouTube, or in fact just their actual website, what am I talking about? Not YouTube. If you want to go onto their actual website, Shane, if you're still with me, I'm using Prism Live Studio. This is the software I'm using. It's built on the OBS platform. It's free, as far as I know. They've not charged me yet, anyway. Hopefully, I don't get hit with a big bill. But no, it's Prism Live Studio, and it's free to download. So just go on to that, and it's free to use on any Windows, or I don't know if it's available for a Mac yet. That's one little caveat. I don't think it's currently. I think they are building a version for Mac. But there you go. You can put it on your mobile phone as well. I've not used the mobile phone app, but apparently the mobile app version's really cool as well. But look out for the desktop version. There you go. So if you're familiar with OBS, you'll be very familiar with Prism Live. Prism Live is basically OBS, but a bit more intuitive. It's a bit more. Okay, so you're on the Mac. Okay, well, if you're on the Mac, then you should just use. Now, as I said, things are changing all the time. Let me just click on. Oh, I pardon myself, Shane. I've given you wrong information, Shane. Prism is now available for Mac. Okay, look at that. Look at that. right there. Download for Mac. So that's a new thing. I know. I learned something new every day. So give it a go. If you're okay with OBS, then you will recognize Prism like an old friend. But it's more intuitive. It's much easier to use. A much friendlier interface. And it's got all kinds of bells and whistles, visual bells and whistles, such as being able to write on the screen like that. See that? You can do stuff like that, which is cool if you're doing tutorials like I'm doing right now. You can also put GIFs into your look at this. You can put animated flash animations or whatever they use now. Animated animations into your broadcast in real time without having to download PNGs or transparent surfaces or whatever else. I can make a Twitter bird fly across the screen. It's all happening here in Prism Live, and they haven't paid me to say that, but I will take their money if they want. There's literally millions of different imageries, GIFs, whatever these things are called. I'm not even sure. I don't think they're called GIFs. They're animations, shall we just call them. And I'm overloading my computer now with as many as you can get. Isn't that extraordinary? Absolutely astonishing. Oh, I better delete all these now. Whoops. I went a bit overboard there. Delete. So you got to delete all these once you put them in. Delete. Mass delete. I'm doing mass culling now. Oh, they're called stickers. They're called animated stickers. Shane. Fascinating. That's a really cool one. Live event and lots of gift boxes falling from the sky. Thanks for this. So you're now asking me regards to the audio interfaces. Oh, so Shane, what I use is I'm using a Shure mic. I believe is the make MK7 Shure mic. It's about $250 to $300, depending on which way the crow flies. So for less than 300 quid, you get a really professional microphone, and it's going into my laptop directly with a USB-C connection, or you can get a normal USB, I think, as well. It's going straight into my laptop. Shane? So it's as simple as that. If your laptop has a USB-C or USB connection, or whatever, or you can get a USB-C is what Macs use, isn't it? The little flat one. You can just plug it straight in, plug and go. Yes, MK7. This is the microphone all the top podcasters are using. Joe Rogan, all them dudes, they've been using these Shure mics. Now they probably had the more expensive version, but I mean, most human ears will not be able to tell any difference. So that's the microphone. It's going into my laptop, which then feeds into the Prism Live Studio software, so I can see all the audio levels on screen here. You can't, if I can share. Actually, yeah, I can share my screen with you, my viewer. Although I still think someone's watching on Twitch. They just haven't said anything yet. That's fine. You can lurk. I'll just add a scene. Everything you add to your broadcast is called a scene. So I'll add a scene, which will be a screen capture. Which will be my actually what? Right. I don't... Actually, what you're looking at there is my loop deck. Sorry, Shane. What you're looking at there is my loop deck. A loop deck is the bit of magic sauce I haven't spoken to you about. So if you're familiar with OBS, I don't need to show you my Prism Live setup. It's pretty much the same as OBS. But one way I'm controlling all this, such as these camera angles, they're being done with one click, which I pre-programmed into a wonderful little device called the Loop Deck. Now, isn't that pretty? Isn't that? No, this should zoom. This should focus, sorry. This should focus. Yes, it does. See? A Loop Deck. These are all pre-programmed shortcuts. It's tricky to do it from this reverse angle. See? Like, that's one touch and that's on screen. Bear with me. And then back to that. Close up. One touch, close up, bang. Close up. Hello. Now that's all stuff you gotta pre-program, but it's so much handier when it's on. It's so much handier when it's all on one little touchpad. It takes a little bit of learning how to use that Loop Deck. Loop Deck, it's about, what is it? It's about 200 quid as well. Not too bad. It won't break the bank. But it really speeds up the whole process and the ease of use. You don't have to keep flicking back to your laptop and hotkeys and then getting all mixed up. It very much it becomes like second nature, like playing the piano. In fact, as in you can just have your right hand concentrating on camera angles, and your left hand can be doing other stuff like browsing the internet. So Shane, you have a Canon 7D DSLR. You could any modern DSLR with a digital output, with an output can go that goes into your laptop anyway. Yeah, 7D would be beautiful. Going through, you just download a little bit of software for the Canon onto your desktop or onto your Mac, and that's pretty much it. That's audio, camera, and the live streaming software is OBS, or sorry, Prism Live Studio, based on the OBS platform. Cool. And after that, it's just a lot of learning. There's a lot of tutorials, and plus make sure you got a good internet connection. That's kind of important. Great. Thanks for watching, Shane. And what we'll do is, it is the end of the show, so the best way to end the show is the way we're going to always end the show, is to show the beautiful audiovisual creation that we have created together as a community. So without further ado, I'd like to thank you all for watching today and contributing. And I will just... where did I export to? Just bear with me for a second. Just bear with me for a second. Just bear with me for a second. See? Bear with me. And as I find the file I exported, so many files, so little time. What did I call that? Europa Dreams, didn't I? Europa Dreams. Europa Dreams. Europa Dreams. Nearly there now. Okay. Where did this go? Okay, here we are. Whoops. Thanks very much for enjoying. Dave, thank you for watching too and contributing. We will go out with our creation of today called Europa Dreams. Thanks so much for watching, Dave, Shane. Have a wonderful day. Sorry.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Yes, Shane, let me know when the next show is on. Definitely. I want to go see. I love Queen.
Shining so bright, chilling to the Bahamas, where the sea is tight. Canary girls dance up colorful sights. Leave the rhythm rise, dance the night away. Jupiter's moon, guiding our sway. In the Caribbean, we find a way. Let the music play every single day. Another styles of Europa's glowing lights, opening his eyes, shining so bright, chilling to the Bahamas where the sea is tight. Canary girls dance up colorful sights, leave the rhythm rise, dance the night away. Jupiter's moon, guiding our sway.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
We find a